Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. People within Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, have complained that after the arrest of Alima Khanum's two sons, no concrete action was taken. Neither was any high-level party meeting held, nor was any strategy decided. No plan was made for the workers to come out, protest or raise their voice. Actually, this is an issue on which voices should be raised not only within Pakistan, but also internationally. This is one of the last tactics being used to suppress Imran Khan. If his family is also silenced, then the story ends. Imran Khan is already in jail. If his family is pressured too, then the flow of information from outside will stop, and matters will be controlled exactly the way Pakistan's military establishment wants. Now it is also the responsibility of overseas Pakistanis to raise their voices, and likewise those inside Pakistan too, because the last remaining voices are being silenced. In this, ISF, Insaf Students Federation, has taken the lead, and on its official page it has been published that Imran Khan and his family have become the target of oppression. His wife, sisters, nephews, everyone is courageously standing against this fascist system. To show solidarity with the captain, Imran Khan, and his family, ISF has announced protests across the country. On Tuesday, August 26th, peaceful demonstrations will be held nationwide in solidarity with Imran Khan and his family. Now we will see how the courts deal with this and how people respond. Because if Alima Khanum's voice is also suppressed, then the remaining voices, which are almost already silenced, will completely disappear. And if a few scattered voices left are also crushed, then no one will be left to speak in Pakistan. Viewers, this matter actually started with an attempt at forgiveness. Sohail Waraich Sahib was approached with a desire for reconciliation, and then he turned it into a column. Since then, a kind of scripted wrestling, or Noora Kushti, has been going on. Sometimes Sohail Waraich says something, sometimes a statement comes from the other side, sometimes a cleric jumps in. But in reality, this is a huge issue with major consequences both internationally and inside Pakistan. The military officials, when asked, say, "This is Imran Khan's matter in the courts, we have nothing to do with it." But Sohail Waraich confirmed that they actually want an apology from Imran Khan. If he apologizes, then matters will be settled, and he could even be released. Many others have echoed the same thing, repeating that PTI will be humiliated, forced to crawl, and its leadership disgraced. Internationally, they say one thing, but something else gets published, which has become a problem. To distract attention from that problem, another issue was raised, namely silencing Alima Khanum and abducting her sons. Later, Sohail Waraich himself wrote an explanatory column on Yang and Jo's website, even tweeted its link. But that explanatory column was also removed from their websites. So I see this all as Noora Kushti, a scripted drama. Nothing real will come out of it. Those who still have hopes will soon realize it's only a distraction campaign. The real focus should remain on the fact that because of the military establishment's cruelty and arbitrary decisions, Pakistan today is sinking economically, socially, legally, constitutionally, in matters of stability, in peace, and even in counter-terrorism. Viewers, look at the women from Balochistan who have been sitting in Islamabad for 40 days now. This is the reality of the Pakistani state. These oppressed women, some have missing sons, some missing brothers, some missing fathers, some missing husbands or relatives. They sit on the streets demanding justice, and yet the state doesn't have the courage to face these defenseless women or to tell them where their loved ones went, who abducted them and why. They cannot even produce them in court. Enforced disappearances have become their solution. You saw the case of lawyer Intizar Hussain Panjutha when he was abducted. His only crime was meeting Imran Khan. When his testimony was needed, he was forcibly disappeared. Later, when he reappeared, you saw his condition. This has happened to journalists, writers. Remember the cruelty faced by poet Ahmad Farhad. These Baloch women have been sitting for 40 days now. Yesterday itself, Justice Atharullah of Pakistan's Supreme Court said openly that Pakistan needs an independent judiciary and independent judges. Today, there is neither. He admitted with shame that if the state itself is involved in these disappearances, then the judiciary can do nothing. He said, "We should be ashamed." He even wrote to the Chief Justice, but nothing happened. Judges themselves are responsible. Earlier, they compromised a little with the system, but even those small compromises have led to today's complete collapse. If at that time they had stood firm and insisted that elections must be held within 90 days as per the Constitution, then today Pakistan would not be in the military establishment's fist. Instead, they delayed, compromised, and later tolerated Qazi Fayez Isa, whose actions you saw. Now the newer judges have caused even greater destruction. After the 26th constitutional amendment, the judiciary has been almost completely destroyed. Even when Balok activists like Marang Balok and Amna Jajua demand justice in court, the state labels them as terrorists or terrorist facilitators. But they are only asking for justice under the Constitution. In court they asked, does law and constitution even exist in this country or not? If it does, then act according to it. How can you justify enforced disappearances? At first, the establishment thought they could silence Balok activists, but now, after years in jail, their fear has vanished. When I see them in court now, they speak boldly, exposing the system. The longer you keep someone in jail, the less fear they have of it. Just like Imran Khan. Recently, Pirzada, a major political leader in Sindh, spoke at a big gathering. About Imran Khan, he said, everyone calls Imran Khan a thief. Okay, fine, a thief, right? What did he do? Took gifts from Toshakhana? But were the previous prime ministers and presidents not taking cars and gifts from Toshakhana, even though the law forbids it? In my view, Imran Khan is not a thief. If he is, then all of us are thieves. So if Imran Khan is a thief, then all are thieves. This is what Pirzada said. And today, all senior seasoned politicians of Pakistan agree that Imran Khan has endured the toughest imprisonment in history. He and his family have borne suffering, and his party members too. Columnist Ayaz Amir described this differently, paying special tribute to Yasmin Rashid for her courage, an important recognition. Now, viewers, let us see who has been installed in power. So, Maryam Nawaz is on a tour of Japan. Now, which plane did she use? Was it a Punjab government plane or maybe a commercial flight? No, not at all. As per her family tradition, she used public money, taxpayers' money, for this trip and took her entire family along with her. The delegation accompanying her had 30 people listed. The initial budget was 160 million rupees, but later even more funds were spent. Among these 30 people were Maryam Nawaz's daughters, sons-in-law, grandchildren, and believe it or not, even her daughter's friends. This is the delegation that was sent from Pakistan to Japan. And you know, earlier she went to Azerbaijan with family, to Saudi Arabia with family, and to Europe with family. It really feels as if this country belongs to them, and all the money is their personal property. Meanwhile, Pakistanis are dying under crushing taxes and inflation, while they, well, live in luxury at our expense, and their tours and excursions just don't seem to end. This list, by the way, was shared by Aisha Bhutta Sahiba. I'm reading this list of Aisha Ali Bhutta Sahiba to you. According to her, who all were included? Maryam Nawaz, Maryam Aurangzeb, Pervez Rashid, and Uzma Bukhari. These are the obvious names you would expect. Then, further down the list, there is a woman named Sania, who is part of their party team. Going further, you see some bureaucrats listed. Then come some media people. And then there appear the names Rahil and Mehrun Nisa Rahil. These are Maryam Nawaz's daughter and son-in-law. Rahil Munir is the son of a man who ran hotels in South Punjab and hosted Arab kings when they visited. Mehrun Nisa is Maryam Nawaz's daughter. Both of them also went along. Then there are Serena Rahil and Muhammad Rahil, their 2 children, also included. According to this list, Manur Safdar, who is Captain Safdar's other daughter, and thus Maryam Nawaz's daughter, was also part of the delegation. Then comes Fiza Ali, friend of Manur. A girl, just Manur's friend, also went along. Umar Ahmed Taseer, son of Maryam Aurangzeb, is also listed. Many other relatives reportedly went on separate flights. They have wreaked havoc with Pakistan and nobody questions them. No one asks who is paying for all this. The federal government will pay. They used an Air Force plane, which is technically available for rent. You just deposit money and take the aircraft. But is there any record of such payments? Show us the website. Can ordinary Pakistanis book such a plane? Now, compare this. When the body of martyred journalist Arshad Sharif was brought back, it was sent on a commercial flight. Even though we had personally asked authorities to use an air ambulance or charter a private jet, we even offered to pay. But to satisfy their arrogance, they kept his body at Doha airport for hours, even took photographs of it, and sent them to Maryam Nawaz, who then tweeted mockingly about it. To this day, it pains me that they deliberately humiliated a dead body just to fulfill Maryam's wishes. And yet these same people enjoy luxury travel on Air Force jets, living lavishly. This is Pakistan today. The military establishment has handed over all the country's resources to these families. Now it's just about them and their children. Now they talk of creating new provinces. Why? Because their children are growing up and, well, they need power. One has 3 kids, another has 2 kids, so make more provinces, and each one can become a chief minister here or there. This is monarchy. Like old kings who divided their realms among their sons, they are carving up Pakistan for their heirs. And who is enabling this? The military establishment. And the people spreading these narratives, we have usually seen them close to the establishment, or at least dependent on it. Meanwhile, abroad these rulers go begging for aid. Like in Japan, they thank the Japanese for giving Pakistan help in difficult times. But look at the clothes and shoes they flaunt on social media, branded luxury items. Do they think the world is blind? When they arrive with dozens in their entourage, bringing children and even friends of children, staying in 5-star hotels, riding luxury cars, people abroad clearly see how aid money is being wasted. Can a country surviving on loans, aid and charity have rulers who live like this? I remember once in Raywind I was covering as a reporter. A foreign journalist was there from some international outlet. He looked around the Raywind estate, with its deer, peacocks, lavish environment, and asked us journalists, "Are you really from a poor country?" We said, "Yes, indeed, Pakistan is very poor." He replied, "Then how can a poor country have rulers like these? Why don't you choose leaders from among ordinary people like yourselves?" His words still echo with me, and we journalists discussed it for a long time afterward. Viewers, Sher Afzal Marwat has once again made headlines, but this time very negatively. His coordinator Sharifullah resigned, saying, "This man insults Imran Khan's family and we cannot tolerate it. This is against our tradition. I cut off ties with Sher Afzal and want no benefit from him." Many others have also distanced themselves from Sher Afzal Marwat. What did he do this time? He launched attacks on PTI's social media circles. Earlier, when Alima Khanum's son was arrested, he insisted it wasn't true. Later, not 1 but 2 of Alima's sons were arrested. Now he has turned against PTI activists online. From what I've observed, Sher Afzal Marwat suffers from some delusions. He believes he is extremely popular. But I remember when I first heard him, I felt he was being given unusual leeway by the system. Things that Ali Amin, Murad Saeed or others were not allowed to say, he was saying. That suggested to me that the system was tolerating him for its own reasons. Of course, he did get Imran Khan's support. People used to say on social media, "Look, if this is the following of Imran Khan's lawyer, imagine how much bigger Imran Khan's own following must be." So his rise was entirely due to Imran Khan. Without Khan, Marwat would be nothing. The same social media that lifted him up later brought him crashing down, because people were following Imran Khan's narrative, not Marwat's. When Marwat gave a controversial statement about Saudi Arabia, Imran Khan himself was furious, because it suited the establishment at that time. Sources say this was the last straw, and Khan decided to expel Marwat from PTI. Now, Marwat attacks everyone who is currently a problem for the establishment: Alima Khanum, Bushra Bibi, Shahbaz Gill, Gibran Ilyas, Azhar Mashwani, and PTI leaders in Punjab who are enduring state brutality. Even respected figures like Zubair Ali Khan, a good diplomat who is forced into exile, have been targeted by him. Yes, sometimes his criticisms are fair, but most of the time he goes after people already under pressure. And one should not kick the fallen. Meanwhile, nobody troubles him. He travels the world freely. But those already suffering, he makes their suffering worse. Lastly, viewers, a small but interesting news item, PMLN has launched new propaganda about a hotel in Nathia Ghali, Doubletree by Hilton. They claimed it was built by the American celebrity Paris Hilton and that it represents US investment in Pakistan, a positive start. But in reality, this Hilton is a different hotel chain. This one was inaugurated in 2021 by Imran Khan himself in Nathia Ghali. It belongs to a Dubai-based businessman, Mumtaz Muslim. That's the simple truth. But when people put blindfolds on their eyes, they see what they want to see. That's the state of PMLN's propaganda. Viewers, one last question. This list of names that Aisha Ali Bhutta released, full of irrelevant people included in Mariam Nawaz's Japan trip on government expenses, will any TV channel run a program on this? Will anyone ask how the nation's money is being squandered? In my view, out of fear of the establishment, no one in Pakistani media dares criticize Mariam Nawaz anymore. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.